this time it is officially good afternoon, because we are definitely afternoon. Thank you for bearing with us while we did our usual craziness and had to do with stuff. So let's see who we've got here. And the answer is... it's...
a whole bunch.
Hello Gilda, hello Yoff, hello Sean. Oh, you pre-jumped the goal, but thank you for the super chat. Unfortunately, that doesn't... it counts for us.
It counts to us.
Doesn't count for them.
YouTube won't count.
Yeah, Logan and Laura of the North and Wendy and Yoff again. He joined twice. That's lovely. And and Jess and Peggy and yes, and Laurie, our Laurie, and Helena and Savannah. So there you go, guys. Yeah, you're all joining us, which is wonderful and fantastic and super. And we apologise for... oh, and Nicole, hello.
Oh, my goodness.
Savannah's already leapt to position 3 in the leaderboard, so now everybody starts to fight it out. And hello, Susan. Oh, gosh. And you're there as well. Hopefully got your battery sorted, Susan.
All right.
All right, so yes, we have set a goal. So any 10 super chats.
Sea Priestess book club
and we will
tonight.
Continue with our next thrilling instalment of the Sea Priestess, which is getting quite racy, isn't it?
It started out really slow, and it was like all this kind of churny, and then all of a sudden, boom!
I have to tell you,
into Magick.
It does. I apologise. My hematoma or whatever it is getting smaller, but I still look like I'm some kind of bizarre growing a rhinoceros horn, don't I? Please forgive me.
Well, there is like a little bump there still.
Yes. Well, where there's no brain, there's no feeling.
It is what it is.
Oh, and that's the other Laurie who's now down south. Hello.
Oh, Laurie White. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Right,
Welcome. So yeah, if you guys want to throw us a super chat, and we need to get 10 by whatever time it is, I think 5-2 or something, and we'll do the next thrilling instalment, which is, I think we're up to chapter 16, or we might even be further on.
I could look.
Nobody tells me anything. It's on a need-to-know basis, and patently I don't.
Chapter 18.
18. Oh my goodness gracious me. But yeah, one has to wonder about what went on in the mind of Violet Frith. She's interesting, I tell you.
Well, I think she was exposed to some interesting people.
Oh, I think so. Didn't she have a major aversion to Aleister Crowley or something?
Well, I don't think she liked him very much.
Well, I think that was his
because in
whole
one of the other
shtick,
novels,
wasn't
we'll
it?
see that she talks about him, but he has, of course, an alias. She doesn't name him, but we know it's him that she's talking about.
I guess they still had slander rules back then, you know. And that's the thing. It's really interesting for us reading this book, because I mean, I sort of speak English because I'm kind of English.
But this was 100 years ago.
This is like the way that they have the euphemisms and stuff like that, and the fact Lisa comes across, because we spell words totally differently, you know, we're just nuts in England.
COLOUR, color.
Yeah, what? And jail, yeah. Jail, GAOL, not JAIL. Go figure that one out.
Yeah.
So there you go. Hello, Savannah. Happy Moon Day to you, and you're still number 3, and that's marvellous. And do feel free to throw us some of them super chat things. So Honey was in my lap through the whole ritual last night, and she's here again now. Well, that's the wonderful thing about putty tats. They can do that.
They get attracted to energy, I think.
Good old Uncle Al, yeah.
Yes.
Uncle Al. I don't know about whether he was into white powder. I think he tried everything. You know, he's a bit like, he's probably the occultist equivalent of Keith Moon, you know. I'm Keith Moon. I take half of nothing. That's
Well,
now then, what we got? Some
if you
astrology.
guys thought July was interesting, we are on a ride. So I think that in nature or in the universe, there always seems to be an energy that will help us to achieve balance, right? When there is this extreme, horrible darkness, something good tends to come to balance it or come from it, right?
There is always that balancing effect.
These sayings like never an ill wind, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So the astrology for August is kinder in the way that it gives us some softer, harmonious aspects to deal with the heavy, crazy stuff. And the key will be in our ability to discern or to use the tools correctly.
Learn how to respond, not to react. So thank you, Savannah and Nicole have kicked us off on the super chat things. That is awesome.
And how to react too. How
to
act, how to take action.
Act in the first place.
All
yes.
Right. So I have a big bunch of notes here.
Oh no.
All right. So.
Oh dear. Okay.
We know.
Do we need tin foil?
Maybe. Well, I want to just first say that the intensity of unrest that a lot of us are feeling could be actually coming from the earth itself.
Wow,
right?
There's a lot of tension.
That there are the tectonic plates pushing against one another, the subduction thing happening out west. I think it's very possible that we're going to see more flurries of earthquakes, volcanic activity, wildfires, tornadoes, hurricanes, all these like cyclical weather events coming to fruition simultaneously, right? Like we've had terrible hurricanes before. We've had terrible wildfires before. We've had bigger quakes before. There's been volcanic eruptions before. But I think August, there's going to be...
Sees it all coming together.
Well, I think there's going to be quite a series of unrest. Like, here in the Northeast, we can actually smell
it's getting to my throat
wildfire
a little bit. It is, yeah.
Smoke. And Arizona has been terribly affected by wildfires. California, and I'm not here to be a gloom and doomer, but I'm just saying I think that we're all going to have to learn how to cope with those kind of serious weather events. And they in themselves could interrupt supply chain things.
Well, obviously.
Right?
Yeah.
Like the volcano that went off in Indonesia affected Australia's air travel.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
so these weather events that are, giant tsunamis that take out a port, things like that. So I think we do need to be prepared for these weather events and to be safe wherever you are. And I think we are kind of in a place where we need to prepare for supply chain hiccups, because I think there's going to be that. And then, we have increased prices of things because of supply and demand and these wonderful
import taxes that our illustrious leader decided would be good for us.
So, today, we've been using maple syrup in our coffee instead of sugar. Mm-hmm. And of course, we only eat organic, blah, blah, blah. So the last time we bought maple syrup was quite some time ago, because it's not like we're making pancakes and waffles all the time.
Don't use a lot of it.
The last time we bought this particular bottle it was $11.99. Today it was $16.99.
Yep, there you go.
So $5 is almost like half again.
Oh, it's gone at least a third, yeah.
It's almost half again. 16 to $16.99 from $11.99. So I think that there's going to be more of that kind of things on imported foods if we actually get foods.
Thank you for the super chat, Yoff. That's awesomely kind of you.
So there's that. Now we're actually into that space where we really have to be open-eyed about things. And I know that for some of us, July was just hell on wheels.
Slightly challenging.
There were a lot of curveballs. And, it seemed like the month went by in a week, but then some days seemed to be a week long. It was very crazy.
Well, when you're being tortured for a day.
Yeah. So this kind of thing is going to continue. So let me just talk a little bit now directly about what's going on so we can kind of understand the as above, so below.
Right? Why not?
Right. So we've known for a while that Saturn reality, has been acting as one with Neptune illusion. And this month is really kind of our test of this. Now we know they're going to come to their perfection, which means the exact same spot, the same degree and minute in February of 26. But right now they're close enough to be called conjunct, right? The orb is, they're minutes apart. And they're both going retrograde. And retrograde intensifies the partnership. So this month we're really going to be receiving a lot of chaotic news, a lot of disruptive information. And Uranus in Gemini, that shift is causing a lot of these weather events, but it's also the reporter. Gemini is the journalist. Gemini, the twins. They go around finding things out and figuring out a way to put the word out. And it's being fueled by Pluto, the exposer, right? Pluto's kind of like the undercover spy, the espionage agent, who doesn't want to report themselves to blow their cover. But Pluto will give the information to Uranus, and Uranus will report it.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because I know you guys have love all the interesting words that we keep coming across, but one of the interesting ones is plutocracy, which is it's more than just you know, where the very wealthy run the show. The very wealthy run the show, but they do it undercover. So it's like this Pluto alludes to like hidden wealth and hidden power, and probably hidden agendas as well.
Well, yeah, and you know, Pluto is Hades, the lord of the underworld, right? So we really, first and foremost, need to figure out a way to say, wait, what is real, Saturn? And what is the illusion, Neptune? And what is the truth, Uranus, right? So there's this bit of serious discernment, right? We're going to see AI gearing up again. And a lot of, you know, it can mimic voice. It can.
Well, it generates it based on the voice print of what we're actually looking at. You know?
So you may come across a video or an ad or who knows what, an email, whatever, and be like, what? Take those few minutes and use your best audio, visual intuition and think, is this real or is this just here to rile me up? Mars. Because let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on.
Thank you for the super chat, Jess. We're getting close to halfway there. Thank you so much. That's awesome. And Laura the North saying you actually maybe just not hate Pluto. Well, why would you hate Pluto?
Oh, I love Pluto.
Pluto's interesting.
It's
destructive, but it's destructive because you can't build while you've still got crap there. Sometimes it needs to be ripped down and start over, kind of thing, you know?
All right, so we are in Mercury retrograde.
Yeah, don't I know it?
And that is making for more things that kind of want to go upside down. And since we're talking about Pluto, if you think of Pluto being lord of the underworld, it is the leader of the unseen, right? So we are here in this body, in this conscious body, right? And we have our conscious mind. Pluto is our subconscious link to the collective unconscious.
How cool is that?
Right? So no, Pluto is not a bad thing at all. It's saying, you know, what do you instinctively gather from this oversoul energy or from the collective conscious? And how can you process that in your subconscious and bring it forward into your consciousness? So no, Pluto's not a bad deal at all. And Pluto in Aquarius is really trying to work with humanity itself. Aquarius is known as the humanitarian. It's also the inventor. It's also the innovator. And it's that almost like sporadic thought, right? For anybody who's close to an Aquarian, they know they don't always finish sentences. And they,
You accuse me of that.
Danny once told me that I drove her crazy because I'd listen to something or I'd read something and I wouldn't realize that I saw all these things and I'd just be like, wow, that was really cool. Did you see that? And people are like,
what?
How did you get that out of that? But this is where we have Pluto right now saying, I'm going to bring this deep forward. I'm going to bring this stuff from other forward. I'm going to make this available to you. And that's what's happening right now. If anybody really wanted to look into the Pluto-Uranus connection, they could read a book called Eros and Psyche by Rick Tarnas. So it's this basic giant book on the dance of Uranus and Pluto. And each time they make a very strong connection, it changes things in the planet. So back when I was born, 64, 65.
Oh, the planet changed then.
Uranus and Pluto were conjunct. Uranus and Pluto were acting as one. And it was a very intense time of a shift of mind for the people, right? Power to the people, revolution, all that kind of stuff. And then we had to give it a little time till it came to its next aspect, which was a square. I thought I wrote that down when it was squared.
When you're hunting for your square, thank you, Laurie, for the super chat. That's cool. We're now halfway there. Keep them coming, you fabulous, fabulous peoples.
All right, I don't see that on my list, and I'm sorry. But what we have now, with Uranus in the very first degrees of Gemini and Pluto in the very first degrees of Aquarius, is an interaction again between them. But this time it's a trine.
Oh, trines are good.
Trines are very positive.
Trines are good.
Trines are tools for the toolbox. Trines are harmonious ways of resolving something, right? So if we think about the energy of the 60s with that giant push as a conjunction, and then about 30 years later we had the square, and so that would have been like Berlin Wall coming down, right?
Oh wow, yeah. Glasnost, the whole
the late 80s, early 90s.
There was such promise, wasn't there? And for a time we almost had it, and then we let it slip through our fingers.
But squares are hard to navigate. They're tough lessons. Now we have this trine, the next aspect they're going to make. And then about 30 years from now, they'll be in opposition, I think. So,
the thing is, the rich and powerful have got used to being rich and powerful, and they don't want to cede any of their richness or power. And so it's kind of hard, isn't it, for humanity to progress, because we are being held
want
back.
Power to the people.
Yeah,
they want
they want the power for themselves, and why are we expending all our money on serfs and plebs? They're just there to serve us, and that's it. Because capitalism is not a system that benefits humanity. Capitalism benefits the capitalist. You have to understand that.
All right.
Just saying.
So
anyway,
this coming
Sorry.
week where we have 8 Lionsgate, and we have the full moon in Aquarius. We also have Mars, the planet of action. And where is that going to be? In the very first degrees of Libra.
Oh.
So, first, it's going to be a catalyst for an opposition to Saturn, Neptune in the beginning degrees of Aries, right? Aries and Libra are across from each other. So here we go. Mars is going to force you to recognize what is real. Mars is going to force you to recognize what you're in denial about.
Is there going to be a bit of clue by 4 around the head here?
Yes, but you could also use Mars's action and energy to propel forward a dream that you want to bring into a reality. Right? So we've talked about this concept before, but now we don't just have that combination of Saturn and Neptune together. Now we have an igniter. Mars, the circle with the arrow sticking out, saying, what is your dream? And how are you going to manifest it? And while it's doing that, it's going to make a grand trine with Pluto and Uranus. So Mars in Libra says, Pluto, the exposer, the espionage secret spy, gives the information to Uranus, the chaotic reporter. And Mars demands justice in Libra.
Demands justice.
So it's going to be an intense month and a very intense week, because as the orb gets bigger, the energy dissipates a bit. But we have this grand trine with Mars, Pluto, and Uranus in air signs. So there's a lot of information. And we have Mars, the ruler of Aries, opposing Saturn, lessens karma, and Neptune, illusion. So big illusions could come down.
Yeah.
Big exposure.
Cracks may appear in facades, shall we say.
Right.
And the gilding may start to peel, and we start to see the rot underneath.
And it forms a very interesting pattern called a kite.
Oh.
Right? Because
I've never heard of a kite.
You have the Aries at the first degree in fire sextiling Pluto, and it makes a configuration.
Looks like a kite on a chart.
On a chart.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, it actually looks like
a kite. She's going to draw one.
Because you have like these sextiles, and then you have the grand trine, and then you have this opposition that goes over. So it's an unusual configuration.
You have a T-square and a trine and a sextile and all sorts going on.
Yes, and it's all in air and fire.
Oh, hey.
So there's this propellant, right? Air fuels the fire. So if you thought July went by quick,
air fans the flames.
Don't blink. But be ready to dance as fast as you can. So there's fantastic opportunities with these trines and these positive energies that say, now, take action. What's in your mind? What are you fixing, redoing, Mercury retrograde, regenerating, going over? What did you need to get right? How can you manifest this dream? What do you want to make a reality?
I've learned to live with Mercury retrogrades. I mean, that's because it is a great time to actually revisit, and I've got so much I need to revisit. So I'll be working on stuff that we've been, on the back burner for ages. But this is an opportunity, is it not? Where one of the first things I learned many, many, many moons ago is 99% of problem solving is actually recognizing and defining the problem. Once you've done that, you've already, by just defining the problem, probably figured out what the solution is. But at the moment, there's at least 1/3 to 1/4 of the population with their heads so far up their jacksie that we have no idea that there's a problem. And the status quo seeks to try and preserve that myth by saying, nothing wrong here, nothing to see here, ignore the flames, ignore the mushroom cloud, it's all fine, there's nothing wrong. But that, is going to collapse. It has to collapse. And when we realise that, oh dear, we're on a very, very slippery scree slope right now, and the whole damn thing can come crashing down around us, We gingerly need to get on with sorting things out, but you can't fix a damn thing until you realize you have a problem. Denial doesn't work, and this may be the exact opportunity for a renewed look, and especially people who may have been ardent supporters, shall we say, in the past, may find their opinion shifting. But whatever shifts that needle is necessary, and sometimes it's a gentle nudge, and sometimes it is a 8.8, Richter scale earthquake.
Right.
That's sometimes that's what you need.
Right. So,
anyway, sorry.
Thank
you, Laurie, for the other Laurie also threw us a super chat.
Cool.
Put her on the list.
I'll put her on the reading list.
She'll get a reading. So
we have Laura, Lori, and
Laurie.
And Lori.
Laura, Laurie.
And Lori. All right. So on the 7th, the sun gets to 15 degrees Leo and forms a semi-square. So there's like this little bit of tension, but a flow that can help us. Something might be revealed that we need to deal with, right? Because it's going to make a semi-square to that Mars Pluto-Saturn opposition, and that later that day the moon will make a trine, so and also semi-square. So when the moon gets into those first degrees of Aquarius, so the 7th is a day to try to get into the flow and recognize what's been revealed. The 8th is the full moon, but we also have Saturn, structure, Mercury, illusion, coming against Mars, force. So that's going to be a really great day, that full moon, to manifest something.
Get something going.
Get something going.
Get it going.
Then on the 9th, we still have the energy of the full moon making a trine, because it'll be part of that air trine. It's going to make a semi-square to the Saturn, Neptune, Mars thing. And it's the moon in Aquarius says, this is not necessarily about how you feel. It's what you know, right? If we look at the little one word for each of the signs, Aquarius is I know. They're a bit like pompous with that. Like,
are you pompous, dear?
I'm always right. Okay?
I have my faults, but being wrong isn't one of them.
My dad used to say, I am not always right, but I am very seldom wrong. He was a Taurus. But that's more like the Aquarian motto, really. I'm not always right, but I'm very seldom wrong. So this full moon says, what do you know? This is what you want to manifest? What do you know about how to do that? And what have you been lying to yourself? That's, is that really blocking you, or you just think it is?
Splashing around that big old river in Egypt, right? That helps, doesn't it?
Like, just for an example, let's say that you want to follow a new diet regime, but you're really pissed off because you don't want to make the sacrifices. And you think, well, I'm going to be miserable if I make those sacrifices. So this full moon says, well, wouldn't you rather be miserable for a time period making the sacrifices of not eating what you shouldn't? And then you'll feel well for a long period of time? Or do you just want to feel miserable and fat for a long period of time? It's that kind of thing, right? Like, what is it you want to manifest?
It's a bit in your face, is it?
Yes. What is it you want to manifest? And what do you know you have to do to manifest that? Get the hell on with it. Because Saturn says lesson will be repeated until learned. So what is it that you think is stopping you from getting to what you want? To the perfect career, or the, good health, or being with the person you want to be with, whatever's in your way. Now is the time. This full moon says, what do you know you have to do it? Just effing do it.
Just do it.
Right?
Just do it.
And then on the 9th, we still have that full moon energy, but understand that this kite pattern, this grand trine, is a huge amount of energy. with this air and fire and Mars and Pluto and Uranus and Saturn and Neptune. These are generational planets, those outer planets, right? Saturn is the last of the personal planets. Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto are involved in this configuration. And then Mars is over here saying, I am pointing to the answer. So where Saturn and Neptune come together in Aries is the answer to this configuration. So it says, pioneer, be Aries, be first. Pay attention to the self, right? If you want more information about the very beginning of Aries, the first decan of Aries, go Google the first decan born in the first decan of Aries and see what their traits are. Those
Screaming Aries.
Those are your Aries energies. Get moving, right? So that's what I have to say about this week's astrology. And next Monday, I'll continue with the following week because I have some more notes. But let's take it a piece at a time.
It's fascinating. So I would urge you, if you haven't done so yet, go check out Lisa's Taroscopes. Got a cracking thumbnail this time, I have to say.
Oh,
that
did
was
a
really
really
nice.
great job. It was very flattering.
So please do check that out and throw something in the comments while you're doing that. And Lizette, thank you for the super chat. That's an unusual amount. There must be magic afoot here. That's all I'm saying here. And happy birthday month to you too. I am assuming she's in August. I don't know. I can't remember because I know nothing.
I have everybody's chart, but I'd have to go look it up.
I remember nothing.
I haven't charts memorized.
So Logan, I'm going to have to square you away. Why a diet when I can make a sacrifice of a goat on a blood moon and lose all the weight I want? Because it's not going to happen.
That's not how it happens.
That's not how.
That's what your illusion is.
That is.
You're just deluding yourself.
Yeah. You need... Oh, your birthday date. Well, many happy returns for day before yesterday. Because it's 4th today, isn't it? So many happy returns for a couple of days ago. Happy returns comes from happy solar returns. That's what it's all
Lizette's birthday is the 20th.
Oh, the 20th. Duh. Okay, so
but
not
yes,
2 days ago.
You really should have already been looking up in your chart where this 1 degree Aries energy is. What house it's in, and that's where you're going to get a big push. So
if you really want to lose weight, Logan, it's really simple. You simply need to burn more calories than you consume every day. So you've got 2 choices. You either limit your calorific intake, or you get off your ass and move. And that's how it works, and that's how it will work. And so it's your choice. You know, you can swim around in the river of Egypt, or you can, quite frankly, sort it out. It's up to you. And mate, you're young. It should fall off you. It really should. If you want to do it, you can do it. But it's all willpower.
I like to light the candle.
And you should. I got the new lighter. Hopefully it works.
Woo!
Oh, steady now.
I don't think it needs to be
so yes, please mash the. Oh no. So while Lisa singes off my eyebrows, we 3 more super chats, folks, and you've got your book club for tonight. That's wonderful, and we will now begin our mass of intermittent fasting works too. Yeah, you
just got to do something. Got to take an action.
Swimming is great. It's low impact. You're absolutely right, Logan. It's one of the most healthy things you can do.
Cardio.
Yep, one of the most healthy things you can do.
Yes.
So there. All right then. All right. Where are we at? Who's
you
first?
are first for Gilda.
Gilda. Hello, Gilda. Hope you're doing well. You get one of my fave cards.
That's
the 3 of Pentacles. Is it?
That was my card of the day today.
Higher purpose. But it's about getting things done. But this also, very pragmatic card, you know. We've got 3 characters, 3 main characters on this card. We've got the abbot who wishes to build this lasting edifice to honour his god. He doesn't know how to go about it. Talks to this dude, the architect, who comes along and no doubt in a Volvo, and makes this rather elaborate plan. And this fellow, the Master Mason, executes it. Individually, nothing's going on, but together it all comes together beautifully. Idea, plan, action. idea, plan, action. That's your pragmatism, Gilda. So take your idea, and I think you're very creative. Make a plan, act on the plan, and it'll happen. It'll all come together. And this is the most auspicious time to do that. It really is. This coming moon is a great time to really taking action and really taking control of your life, and realizing you're not a passenger. You know, that's the important thing. You're not a passenger in life. So many times we cede control. We
feel overwhelmed, and we feel like
there's nothing I can do.
We
there's
have no
nothing
voice,
I can do.
you know?
There's masses you can do. Masses you can do. So there. Anyway, Jess, thank you for flashing the lights. We have another super chat. Only 2 more to go, you fine and wonderful peoples. And Susan's saying, counting calories, exercise, and drinking water is essential. Absolutely. Drink plenty.
Oh, that was just one example. Your quest could be for some kind of other health thing. It could be for money. It could be for love. It could be getting a patent for something. It doesn't matter what it is. This full moon says, get on it. Take action. Manifest it. If you can dream it, you can make it a reality. But not if you do nothing. Mars says, boop, do it. Yaff.
Helena, I take it goat cheese is delicious to you. I cannot stand it, girl.
He doesn't like goat. All right, yaff.
No.
I kind of feel like this is saying everything old is new again. That the tried and true things that worked for you in the past, that helped you to navigate, understand, or process something, is still equipment that you have that you may forgot about. So somewhere in your archive or in your spiritual DNA, there's this guy who is an elder who can talk you off the ledge, who says, wait. You do know about this, and you can use this to your advantage for strength. I think the key for you is going to be to stay grounded, because sometimes when the music is playing really fast, you don't have both feet on the ground at the same time. So remember to stay focused, stay grounded, but do search the archive. You have more information than you realize. You've got Sean.
Hello, Sean. How you doing? Hopefully this is good. What do you mean I have no taste in fine cheeses? Okay, goat cheese is not fine cheese. It's rancid and revolting and smells like smelly goat, all right? It's not cheese.
Sean.
All right, Sean. Yeah, fractious energies surround you, my friend, and I think you've been feeling a little of late. And sometimes it is, you know, when everything louder than everything else, what you desperately need is a little bit of peace. And sometimes that's, you know, it's okay just to say, you know what, I don't want to play today. I want to just sit home and read a book, or I just want to, you know, sit in my garden and spend some time with my plants or something. And just take the pressure off a little bit. I have the joy of knowing you, and I know sometimes you do try to do too much for too many. And that you know, understand when you try to pour from an empty vessel, it doesn't work. So self-care is really important for you. So spend a little time just chilling. Separate yourself from the madding crowd. Don't get sucked into senseless conflict. It really doesn't fix a damn thing. It's senseless, you know. And arguments just feed on themselves, don't they? Mm-hmm. They just do. So
Lori Callie does the same thing to me. She rubs herself on the edge and tries to mark the computer as hers, and then she tries to close it.
See, and I would say that Jess is actually a connoisseur of fine cheeses, and she agrees entirely about goat cheese. So I'm sorry. I think goat cheese should be banned. I don't know which deranged individual thought it would be a great idea to make cheese out of goat.
Well, you don't like sheep cheese either. I love feta.
It doesn't get me in the same way as goat cheese gets me. It's the smell of it.
Why are we having a talk about cheeses? Ah, what a friend we have in cheeses. Mozzarella ricotta.
Yeah, they say cheddar often pleases.
They say cheddar always pleases. Well, you know, the CEC really does stand for the Cheese Eaters Club.
It's true.
But anyway, it is now Logan's turn.
Okay.
Logan. What does it say? I am 3 liters of water a day and went swimming yesterday. Today, I'm off to a good start. Yay!
Awesome you.
Lori says that's what she's doing.
There you go. Drinking water in itself is fantastic for you. It really
I
is.
love goat cheese, especially with cranberries. Oh my God. Jarlsberg. Oh.
Well, we like Jarlsberg.
Is she? That's that song Nomad by Nomad. Yeah.
Oh, my tiny honey
God.
hoe. No, stop it. Stop it.
If Jesus is cheese,
Satan fondue. Yeah.
well, he's definitely chocolate of some sort.
Satan would be the one who double dips at a fondue. That's all I'm saying.
Stop it. All right, Logan.
That's more this see. Can't do that,
Logan.
Lisa.
Although you have collected many answers and they're there in front of you, there is something you don't quite understand yet. So this guy is kind of seated with his body language all crossed up. But it could be that he's trying to contain what he knows while he figures out the last piece. And you'll notice that he's seated up against a tree. So sometimes listening is just as important as doing. So I think this is a good week to listen and glean some things for that last cup that you want to fill.
Good idea. Good idea. 2 more super chats, you fine and wonderful people. Come on, you can do it. Who have I got?
Laura of the North.
Laura of the North, who's suddenly into Pluto's. Hey, this doesn't suck. This'll do. This is all right. I have no idea what your current relationship status is, but this does indicate, a mutually healing relationship. It isn't always totally a romantic soulmate relationship, but this could also be a very close partnership, soul buddy, even a friend of the same sex kind of thing. It isn't necessarily gender orientated, oriented. I don't know. I'm sorry. I speak English. It's
What's
really
the smell, Savannah? He doesn't like the smell.
I can't do goats.
Can we get off this now?
No, it's... Don't bring goat anywhere near me. That's all I'm saying. They're bad-tempered little buggers as well, I have to tell you. I know baby goats are cute, but they smell too. Anyway, so, Laura, coming back to what I was if we can focus for a second here. Apparently, Savannah's eating Havarti right now. Havarti's all right. We like that one. I actually do like cheese, I have to be honest. Anyway, moving on. So this really is about putting other people's needs above yours, but that being reciprocated in this. So it's actually a really, really strong card. So if this is a romantic relationship, then it's definitely a kind of soulmate, supporting, healing relationship, with the whole caduceus kind of thing going on there, which is wonderful and fantastic. And you've got the house on the hill with a river running past. This is... all in all, it's a good card. So
a good energy.
A good, great energy card. And thank you, Yoff. We've just got one more to go now on the Super Chat front. Who will be number 10?
All right. This next card is for Jess.
And no, I will not eat goat cheese if you give us the 10th Super Chat. I'm sorry. You can't buy that.
Time to take up your sword and cut through the crap. I think, like a lot of other people, you've been batting off a lot of BS lately, and this is kind of like stand your ground. In Welsh, dal de dir, stand your ground. It's not necessary that you actually have to fight your way forward, but you don't want to go backwards, right? Hold the line kind of thing.
Hold the line.
So I like this guy because he's young and energetic. This character has a lot of chutzpah. And I think that even if you don't chop someone down with your sword, you may very well have to show them that you have one. Right? So, as
you
a
want to
Scorpio,
make something of this?
Right. As a Scorpio, you don't always have to sting somebody to death, but you need to wiggle your tail and say, ha-ha. So I think that's part of, I think that defense is the best offense at this point. All right.
Oh, thank you, Laura of the North, for the kind super chat.
Wow, that was a good one.
Let's hit our goal. We thank you for that. So we will definitely definitely. Oh, she's also taken top place in the
Cheese
leaderboard.
discussion.
Yeah, dairy can do that with people, can't they? But I think one of the things that a lot of
goodness.
people don't realise is that hard cheeses is generally are not containing any lactose. Soft cheeses have that. So if you're lactose intolerant, you could probably get away with hard cheese. And yeah, I got to say, I love Edam too, because whereas Yoff was saying Dutchies are called
Cheeseheads. Oh, is that why they make cheese rectangle?
No, that's
cheese for a
it's
hat?
Wisconsinians are the cheeseheads,
All
aren't they? But yeah, they're genuine cheeseheads. So look, Yoff did us a super chat, and Laura did us.
And
You
now
guys are awesome.
we're going to have
Thank
book
you.
club later.
Yeah, we'll do book club.
And you're up for Peggy.
Peggy. Hello, Peggy. How you doing? Oh, not a good card. So yeah, the 10 of Pentacles. This is an interesting one. So very much think about your life's experience here, and this is like a culmination, because whilst this is, you know, like one of the last cards in the deck, this is also a 1 is a beginning. So it's like the needle returns to the start of the song and we sing along as before. And we've got this generational communication kind of thing, you know, this dissemination of wisdom. But it's also about this guy, because we tend to think this is the Fool that at this stage.
Because this is the last card of the journey through the minor arcana.
So this being the last card of the journey through the minor arcana, so to speak, this is like, and you can see if you look down the side of the card here, and you're going to need to go get your own deck to take a look at it.
Heraldry and everything.
There's a lot of heraldry, and there's an awful lot of stuff that alludes to the major arcana going through that. So it really kind of hooks it all together. And so this is like, you've amassed a lot more experience than you take yourself for. You do not belittle yourself. Do not devalue the knowledge that you have acquired over the years of your life experience, and do not be frightened to bring it forward in assistance of other people. There's an old army expression, if you will, and if you'll forgive the crudity, and I know this is a family show, but he who stands with shit up to elbows is best placed to tell you how deep the shit is. So you know, you've been there, you've done it, you've got the t-shirt, and it's okay to gently sort of impart that wisdom on somebody else who may be going headlong at the moment, thinking, oh, well, I'm invincible, I'm immortal. Sometimes you need to be the wisdom, and I think that's what's being called for here.
All right, I'm up next for Lori M.
Plateau de fromage.
Oh, that pasta that we used to get at the...
Oh, well, you just like pasta. I could live without pasta.
All right, Lori. Ooh, we've had a couple of 5s here. Well, that's struggle. All right, so we know that this is the guy who has won by deceit, right? He's told some sort of story, and by that, he has been able to disable or disarm his opponents who are now beside themselves. So I think this is energy for you personally to take up the challenge and figure out if there is something in that illusion or something that you have falsely believed that has stopped you from manifesting what you want to manifest. So sort of like Jess, rather than just hoard the swords, it might be time to cut down the illusion and get yourself moving. I hope that makes sense. That's what I just go with what I hear. So, all right, you're next for Helena.
Helena, it says you have to avoid goat cheese. Obviously. Now, sometimes you're very good at... Oh, well, thank you, Sean. He pops up and throws us a super chat. Thank you so much. That's really kind.
It's a big one.
And it's a big one. Oh, we like big ones. Big ones is best.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, sometimes you need to juggle. You do. But this is actually a skill you've learned to do well. And there's part of you, to be honest, that almost thrives on chaos, if you will. Forgive me.
Well, she's Aquarian like me. We got to have things going on.
Yes. I like to manifest chaos
know.
around me. No, but it's okay. It's okay. But sometimes, if you'll permit me a gentle nag, time spent on fire prevention will actually reduce the amount of time spent on putting fires out. Okay.
Well, that's a very good point. Time spent on fire prevention will help you not to have to spend time putting fires out. Okay.
So this becomes like, I'm going to factor this in my time. I'm going to make this plan. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make sure this comes into being, rather than living in a kind of reactive phase where, oh God, now I've got another fire. I've got to run and put that out. So try to get ahead of the curve. I know you have to be very reactive, and you're very good at it. You're very good at keeping the plates on sticks and the balls in the air. But maybe a little bit of planning would actually help you have a slightly calmer life and get ahead of the curve.
If you want to have calm.
If you want to have it, it's your choice, it's your life. But avoid goat cheese at all costs. I think that's really indicated.
All right, I'm up next for Savannah.
Yes.
I feel like it's this one.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh.
Hey, speaking of communication.
Oh, Mercury retrograde, I think, might be hitting you. I want to say that things are never really as bad as they seem, and go back to that balance thing. That sometimes when we take a big hit, we recover from it by really making progress. So something that might have felt like a big explosion or a big hit, I think is actually going to fix something way better than you realize. And communication is the key to figuring that out, right? Get information, get communication from others, get real information, and soothe that blow with progress. All right, Nicole.
Nicole. I think you need to pay attention to the little things to prevent something really important from being taken away from you when you're not really paying attention. What we note on this card is the army at camp and the officer here. Let's get the right side of the card. Go that way.
It's an optical illusion.
It's factor bunton. I can't do it.
Right, so this is Nicole's card.
Yeah. So here we've got like the brigadier and the officers all going. Tomorrow morning, men, we're going to have this incredible sort of whatever. Here, they're this side. There they are. there. Right. That's where the little briefing group is. And so they're all talking about, how fabulous their military campaign is going to be and how they're all going to be decorated. But this urchin is stealing all the swords. So come tomorrow morning, they're not going to be a particularly effective fighting force. They may just have to stamp their feet and go, "You're very, very naughty," and then we shall taunt you again. But seriously, if you pay attention to the details, if you maintain your situational awareness, and I think that's particularly important. I'm not saying have your head on a swivel necessarily, but do pay attention, especially to the little things, and that way they won't have one over on you, because not everybody is exactly as they appear. Shall we say it that way?
This is kind of the theme for today.
Yes.
Things may not be as they appear, nor are they
Nor
otherwise.
they necessarily otherwise, but sometimes you just might need to raise a little questioning eyebrow there and do your due diligence. I think that's the word here. Don't just take it at face value. Don't just take, especially if it's hearsay. Oh, he said, she said, I read that. That was that, Do a bit of fact checking yourself and just dot your I's, cross your T's, and you'll be okay. This isn't you're going to be ripped off. This is just be mindful that somebody may try and steal some energy or some of your idea or something from you. It's not necessarily physical stuff, but it may be physical stuff too. But attention to detail here. The time to prevent something is before it happens. Remember that. Yeah.
So we have left Susan, Lori W, and then Lisette. I put Lisette at the end because she said she was rebooting.
Rebooting, hopefully. And I know somebody got an ad in the middle. I think it was Laura, but you have to scroll back. I'm sorry.
All right.
We have
so
no control over the ads
Susan.
anymore.
Susan. Sometimes things are a little bit like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But I do feel that there is some sort of expansion or energy of relief regarding something. So news is coming that you will have to really put some energy into thinking about, but you can use this news and information for both healing and moving forward. So be open this week to really processing the things that are coming to you. And again, try to take some of the emotion out of it. This week is not about how we emotionally understand something. This week is about intellectual, kind of cold, and just going with it. The information is important. We have to take sometimes how we feel
It's just
out of it.
business.
Right. Well, I'm not saying don't operate with no integrity or morality, but I'm saying sometimes we scare ourselves with feeling and it holds us back. And this is really about saying, nope, here's the information. I'm good to go. I don't want to be scared. I'm going to just go. All right. Lori White.
Hello, Laurie. How you doing? I hope you're doing well.
The Taurus. Oh.
Oh, hey. So whatever you're looking for, it ain't where you're looking for it. Not right now. Okay. This indicates you're missing a piece to complete your opus dei, your magnum opus, or whatever the heck it is that you're working on, this incredible thing. Don't lose heart and kick it all to the ground in frustration. You don't have to start over, okay? What you do have to is go find your missing bit, whether it's a bit of information, whether it's the last clue you're looking for, whatever it is, whether it's you're working through your ancestry or you're making a quilt. It matters not, you know. This is what you need ain't where you're looking right now, and it involves perhaps a little bit of a trek, even if it's, you know, a trek through the intertubes, you know, who knows.
Time spent on a journey.
But there will be a journey to retrieve the thing that you need to actually complete this great work. So don't abandon it. Don't you know, it's you know, I'll come back to it whenever, because Mercury retrograde's a great time to come back to it. But this may be a bit of unfinished business or unfinished research or something you've been meaning to acquire for some appreciable time and you've not got round to. But it's the thing that's going to facilitate the completion of the thing you've been working on. So go get it. Just go get it. Do it. Do it now.
All right. Lisette.
Yes, last but not least, our wonderful Lisette.
Oh, here it is, hiding under here. Woo!
Hey,
I
not
love
bad.
this. This is the wish card.
Isn't it just?
This is
Gemma.
also an understanding of where are you? What is your surroundings? And what do you know from that position? And then, if you changed your perspective, what could you gain from that? So this is known as the wish card, things coming into fruition, being able to understand. So we always see from where we're standing, and that's a great position to be firm and still. But sometimes in order to see the other side, we have to move. So I think the action that Mars is offering you is a different perspective to understand a wider view, right? I'm not saying you have to change your mind about something, but more information might help you gain a lot. And to gain that information, I think you have to change positions.
So there.
All right.
And we love you right back, Susan. You guys have said some lovely, lovely things about us this time. That's nice.
Except that you have no class in cheese.
Really?
All right.
Really?
Card of the week.
Card of the week. It's your turn. Your turn. Oh,
Well, this is
that's
interesting.
actually quite apt and appropriate,
Right?
isn't it, really?
Because look what she does. She says, come here, come here, come here. Oh, not too close. Come here, come here, come here. Bad shit's not getting through here. I welcome you. An interesting idea, but... So again, if I had to have one word for this card, it would be discernment. So use what you know to figure stuff out. I know. And get out of your own way and get on with it. And that's what we got for you guys today.
And there you go.
And we'll see you tonight at book club.
Yep.
Those of you
we'll see you at 8 o'clock.
Mood for more Sea Priestess.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good. So listen, you guys can do us a super, super huge favour. Whenever we post anything, it helps us tremendously. If ever you see a post or something like that come up in your notification on YouTube, please do go respond to that. Because I think YouTube is starting to try and pay more attention to the interactive side of things. And, you know, when you guys spam hearts like you're doing right now, when you guys chat, and I read somewhere, and I can't remember where the hell it is, but if you can get your chat rate up past 8, that's like really good. And that says, oh, these people are popular. People like them. People are talking to them. So please don't, I know we're sort of like monopolize the conversation. I know we do. But we do value your input. So please chime in and do please chat as much as you can in our live streams. I think what leads me to believe that they're working this way is because of that leaderboard now.
Yeah.
To try and get people to be more interactive and stuff like that. But we've got a lovely crew. We just wish we had a lot more of you guys. And the way that happens is if you tell people about us.
The Fabergé thing.
Fabergé thing. Oh, steady now.
All right.
So there.
We gotta go.
Yep, we gotta go.
See
Go
you
forth,
in a
come
few
forth.
hours.
And it was cheesy. We like cheese. Cheese is good. You'll never bore us talking about cheese. Cheese is the thing. Yes. No goat sacrifice, please.
No. All right, we gotta go.
I don't like goats, but
Bye.
I want to
We'll
kill
see you
them.
later.
All right.
Peace.
Love you,
Blessings.
small pieces. We'll see you later. Have a beautiful